Hey everyone, I'm Reagan Black, back with some more inspiration for your writing journey. And today I want to talk about that old adage, bloom where you are planted. Most of us have heard that along the way, and a lot of us think it's just a simple reminder to just be happy in all circumstances and, don't worry about it, just be happy. And while that's true to some extent, for writers, sometimes that can feel really frustrating. And I want you to kind of take a different look at it. Bloom where you are planted. As a writer, I want you to think about that. We all have tough circumstances, right? But what I want you to think about it as more of a way to observe, to learn in all circumstances, to take in what's happening, and for the sole purpose of growing from it, of using it later. You can think about bloom where you are planted as it refers to your writing, but not every day is going to be this big, beautiful, dinner plate zinnia or a huge sunflower, right? Some days are going to be smaller. Some days are just a sprout. But every day can contribute in a positive way to your writing journey. And, we all face dark times. Writing can be a creative drain, it can be an energy drain, right? And so we've all faced tough times in life. And I'm reminded when this comes up, bloom where you're planted, write in all circumstances. Well, of course, I recommend that you write in all circumstances because that can help you. A healthy writing life can really, really empower you no matter what your goals are. But when we take this bloom where you are planted, I want to share this story with you. When my husband was first deployed, the very first deployment we went through as a family, it was very difficult for me to write in a world that I enjoyed. It was a very dark and gritty world, and it was a very big challenge for me to go into that dark, gritty, moody, angst-filled place every day, and it just wasn't fueling me. I was making progress, but I was miserable when I was done. I was more tired, and not in a positive way. I was more dragged down by some of the dark stuff I was writing, and a friend of mine told me, go write something light and fluffy. Just go write something light and fluffy. I was ready to give up. I was ready to say, okay, writing's not for me. I'm not going to do this right now. I'm just going to completely take a break. And she advised me to go do something light and fluffy. And while it took some time for me to get into that, I'm so thankful for that advice because it meant I didn't quit. It meant I was able to then bloom in those dark circumstances. I was writing stuff that was light and fluffy. I had no idea what I was going to do with it, but I was still writing. That eventually turned into the Matchmaker series, which was a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying that, and I still want to get back to that world as soon as I can, but because it has fond memories for me. So here we were going through a big challenge as a family, because we'd never been through it before, and then rather than just letting my writing fall apart, I was able to keep moving forward on my writing journey, and I learned a lot through those books that I wrote while he was overseas. And that's what was important. And that's what I want you to take away from it. There were days when I just journaled out my feelings, but I still wrote. The key is when we're in tough times, I think for writers to bloom where you are planted, I think that really means maintaining your healthy writing habit. If that's dumping your feelings into a journal, if it's pouring negativity into a villain, if it's just simple, short bursts of activity, keeping your mind connected to your hand, connected to the page or the keyboard is essential. Because once you drop it entirely, and we've all done that too. I've done that too, where I'm done writing. Nope, not going to happen anymore. Well, building that momentum back up when we feel like we want to get started again, that's really, really tough. But if we can keep writing a little bit at a time, daily minimums, just thoughts, a few minutes, whatever we've got, if we can keep that process going, we can grow and we can learn. And it's baby steps, but they add up. It's baby steps, but it's that momentum, that healthy habit that will see you through. So to bloom where you are planted, I would encourage you to just, if you're going through a tough time, remember that you don't be hard on yourself. Be nice to yourself. Observe what's happening. Write it down. Push negativity into some of the worst villains you can think to create if you're writing fiction, okay? There are options. There are options for you to keep writing, to keep up that healthy habit, and as you do that, you learn about yourself, you learn about your process, and eventually you are there and ready to go as soon as your circumstances clear. I hope that makes sense for you today. If you need more inspiration along the way on your writing journey, please reach out to me at reaganblack.com. All the contact information is there along with plenty of resources for your writing journey. And if I can be of more help to you, I'd love to have that opportunity. Just shoot me an email, let me know what you need, and we'll see if I can be of help. In the meantime, write well and live the adventure. Bye-bye.